Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 5-minute time limit. And it is for the Non-Wrestlers Championship. Introducing first the challenger. He hails from Springfield and weighs in tonight at 278 pounds, Homer J. Simpson.
Homer Simpson last week was the champion. That's until he encountered Uncle in that squared circle. And Uncle really tricked everybody, including Homer Simpson. We all thought he was suffering from lumbago. We saw it get the better of him in a previous encounter, and it looked like the same had happened in that match last week with the title on the line. Homer Simpson taking pity on the man's condition, and when he did, when he backed away, when he showed some compassion, he was absolutely punished for it. Uncle tricked us all. There was nothing wrong with his back. And when Homer Simpson was at his weakest, showing some mercy, he was cheap-shotted by Uncle and it cost him his belt. He's got the opportunity here tonight to regain it. There'll be no mercy from Homer Simpson tonight, that's for sure. The question is, can he regain that non-wrestlers championship?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent, hailing from the Buckeye State and weighing in tonight at 219 pounds, Uncle.
Well, despite tricking us all, the fans still seemingly on the side of Uncle, still getting a great ovation. Very liked character is Uncle, but he can't use the same trick here tonight against Homer Simpson. He's not going to fall for it again. He may have angered the beast known as Homer J. Simpson here. In my opinion, very, very unlikely that Uncle is going to be able to walk away with that belt unless he can come up with another trick. Known as the one-shot kid in his youth, he's going to have to live up to that nickname here tonight. If he doesn't, he's going to be walking away without that belt around his waist. Here we go, the match is underway, the bell rings, the third encounter between these two. Homer Simpson defeating Uncle on the first occasion. Uncle tricking him on the second occasion, and look at that, he tricked him there with that cheap shot. Simpson should have known better. Placing trust in his opponent. And it was doing that on the previous occasion that cost him his championship. Now tries the Irish whip, Simpson putting the brakes on. Uncle is a tricky customer. Simpson should know that by now, and a nice shin breaker by the former non-wrestlers champion Homer Simpson. Trying to go to work on the leg sound strategy. We know there's nothing wrong with his back, you might as well go for a different body part. Submission maneuver applied here. Simpson deciding to break that leg hold he had on Uncle. Now dropping the elbows. And Uncle seemingly in a vulnerable position here, flat out on the canvas and at the mercy of the Yellow Warrior. So Homer J now picks him up, sends him into the corner, comes charging in, but nice reversal by Uncle and a drop kick. A crafty wrestler is Uncle, improving that there, but look at that, just slapping the drop kick out of the way. Nice counter by Simpson, now choking Uncle along that middle rope. And of course, things different on this occasion. Simpson, normally the champion, tries the clothesline. Nice hip toss by Uncle, and as I was saying, Simpson was the champion. He had the advantage of the 5-minute time limit, but now that advantage firmly with Uncle. As he hits a beautiful diving clothesline off the top, could be enough to put Homer Simpson away, retain that championship, but Simpson just powering out the larger of the two men. Using that size to his full advantage, now just slamming Uncle's head right into the canvas. Simpson goes up top, and look at that nice counter by Uncle. Sticking the knees up and knocking all of the air out of Simpson and knocking a lot more out of him now. Punches to the nether regions, the referee warning him. I suppose if he got disqualified he would keep hold of that belt, and now look at Uncle. Certainly full of confidence and happy with his efforts, but don't turn your back on Simpson. Nice bulldog. Mistake by Uncle. Now Simpson perched on the top rope. Comes diving off, tries the double axe handle. Smart move by Uncle, getting out of the way, but not out of harm's way yet as he gets nailed with another bulldog. And now Simpson picks him up, perches him on his shoulder. Nice power slam. Just over 2 minutes left in this match. But if Simpson can't win by pinfall or submission before that time limit expires, he will not be walking away with that belt. Uncle will retain the title, and now Uncle going to the top now, waiting for Simpson to get to his feet. Tries a double axe handle of his own. Now Simpson goes up top, tries the elbow, and poor move. Uncle was facing him, expecting that move, and it wasn't the time to launch a high-risk attack. Nice power slam by Uncle. Now the leg is hooked, the shoulder's down, but look at that. The shoulders weren't down for long. Simpson seemingly more determined than I've ever seen him in this athlete's short career. Nice backbreaker. As now Simpson goes up top once again, waits for Uncle to get to his feet, and a poor move again. I think he may have slipped off the top rope there. Trying to launch an elbow to the head. Just lost his footing on that top rope. Now sends Uncle for the ride, and a nice tilt-a-whirl slam by Homer Simpson. And now Simpson saying he's going to put it away. If he hits this, he's going to regain his championship, that's for sure. Can Uncle do anything here to prevent Simpson from finishing him off? I don't think so. Simpson picks him up. He's got him in position. The Simpsons edge. Well, this match surely over. Wait a minute, though. It can't be. That's Dutch van der Linde. I thought he was dead. Dutch van der Linde died in the early 1900s and in 2024 on this channel. But clearly he's still alive, and he's going to work on Simpson. This match ending in disqualification. Now look at Dutch taking out the referee. And Dutch van der Linde has saved his gang member's title reign here. But what the hell is he doing here is the bigger question, as he picks Homer Simpson up and nails him with that atomic drop. Oh, come on, Simpson had this match won, there's no doubt about that. If the Dirty Dutchman himself doesn't come out, Simpson regains that belt. And now look at this, right hands to the face. Simpson is busted and bloodied. We need some help out here. And now Dutch with that gut wrench powerbomb. Oh, come on, you've finished the man off now. And now Uncle going to work on the knee, while Dutch van der Linde gets the cheap shots, stamping on the man's head. This is an absolute disgrace. I'll tell you what, the fans were on Uncle's side at the start of this. It's certainly not now. And look at van der Linde. Come on, that is an official referee of this channel. Nails him with the atomic drop. If I was any use in this situation, I'd be straight out of my seat, but I don't think I'd be much use against these two men. And now with a steel chair is Dutch van der Linde. And right across the head. Homer Simpson should have regained his belt. He should have won the match. He had the match won. And unfortunately, disqualification and what seems to be a van der Linde gang reunion, not something we need on the channel. This is not good. If you want some great created wrestlers in your game, but without going through the lengthy process of creating them yourself, well, I can help you out with that. If you play on PS2 or PS2 emulator, I can create just for you a custom save data file and preload it with up to 30 created wrestlers that you have chosen. If you're interested, send me an email at pastgengamingemail@gmail.com. My email is linked on the main channel page, and I can also do this for the PSP, but on PSP I can only do save files for the European version of the game.